Did anyone win this debate?
No knockout blow, unfortunately, Delano. I think many of us who sat all the way through this debate, which is 2 3/4 hours long, were expecting that blow to come at some point where either Emmanuel Macron or Marine Le Pen said that devastating sentence which could change the overall makeup of the final round of voting. Just a reminder, in the first round, Emmanuel Macron came first and Marine Le Pen second. They're both through to the second round. The opinion polls are putting Emmanuel Macron before this debate last night on 56.5%, 43.5%. That's according to Ipsos for Marine Le Pen. Will it change anything? Well, that's the big question we're all asking this morning. Now, there have been a couple of other polls which have been handed out by some of the domestic news networks here in France, and one of them was, those watching the debate last night, will you change your view on who you're going to vote for? Will you change your mind before Sunday? And the answer to that was 91% said no, they're not going to change their minds. Those who decided they want to vote for Emmanuel Macron will continue doing so, and those who want to vote for Marine Le Pen will also do so on Sunday. The most important thing here is that there were a vast amount of people watching this television debate who didn't vote for either candidate in the first round. All their candidates were eliminated, notably Jean-Luc Mélenchon of the far left in France, who was only just 1 percentage point behind Marine Le Pen, but was eliminated in the first round. And I think both candidates would like to woo his voters to win their support, to take them on and win the presidential election on Sunday.
So will this debate sway anyone, change anything?
Well, I don't think so. I think, as I was saying, that most people have made their minds up. 59% of those watching the debate last night said they thought that Emmanuel Macron had done better than Marine Le Pen. Emmanuel Macron knows his dossiers. He knows the subject. He's been president for 5 years. The complicated thing for him was that he was not the new kid on the block, the new fresh-faced candidate. He's been there. He's had to come up with an excuse for some of the errors that he's made over the past 5 years. I think he got through the debate pretty well by arguing with Marine Le Pen and coming up with pretty firm objectives for what he wants to do in the next 5 years. Marine Le Pen had a bit of trouble struggling with one or two of her dossiers, and Emmanuel Macron trying to undermine what she was saying by saying, you can't do this is not going to work out, and you're just giving the French the wrong impression and the wrong goods. So I think that she was a little bit destabilised. But those who vote for Marine Le Pen don't care about that. They'll vote for her anyway.
In 2017, Marine Le Pen sort of modeled herself, and yesterday her one main goal was to seem more competent. And Emmanuel Macron's one goal was to seem less arrogant. But during the debate, he kept doing these things with his hands and the way he was looking at Marine Le Pen across. Did both of them achieve what they intended to?
I think there was a lot of fear, especially on the side of Marine Le Pen and her supporters, that she really had to come up trumps in this debate. She did much better last night than she did in 2017, but she lost her footing once or twice in the debate by not being able to answer Emmanuel Macron the way that she should have done over the cost of living, for example, over banning the veil, over ecology. She came up with a good one-liner saying that even though he was a climato-sceptic, which is what he was accusing her, or she said, well, I might be that, but you're a climato-hypocrite. So there were one or two phrases, but I think that, as I said, this is not going to change anything. This will reinforce people. But what we have here is a sign of two different Frances. We have the France of Marine Le Pen, who's talking to the average man or woman, being close to their concerns over spending power. And then you have Emmanuel Macron, who is talking to a much richer clientele, more intelligent maybe clientele, if you can say that, who will probably be more willing to vote for him. And those two sides, after this debate, seem even more irreconcilable today than they were before.
Thank you very much for that, Philip. Philip Turle there. And Boris Johnson is